Congratulations, 50 years of Minnesota women lawyers. What a remarkable achievement. My name is Keith Ellison, and I'm the Attorney General of Minnesota, and I want to let you know that we're so proud of your achievement. We stand with you, and we want to be your ally and your partner as you continue your drive to advance and protect the interests of women lawyers, but also women in our society. That's why we had a task force on women's economic security, because we are dedicated and devoted to improving the legal, political, and economic interests of women in our entire society. So thank you for your work. You inspire us. Let's do 50 more.
On behalf of the Minnesota District Courts and my colleagues, Judges Susan Nelson, Wilhelmina Wright, and Nancy Brazel, and myself, Ann Montgomery, I want to congratulate the Minnesota women lawyers on their 50th anniversary. Though I wasn't around in 1972 to be one of the founding mothers of the organization, I do recall when the group was small enough so we could gather in various living rooms and law firm conference rooms for our meetings. Our purpose then was in part social. We needed the moral support of each other to keep our kindred spirits alive, but we pretty quickly transitioned to issues of gender justice and got involved in judicial recruitment and selection. How proud we were in 1977 when Governor Perpich named Justice Rosalie Wall to the Minnesota Supreme Court, and later, a couple of years later, Judge Diana Murphy was named to be the first woman judge on the Federal District Court here in Minnesota, and of course went on to become the first judge on the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. One of my fondest memories of Minnesota women lawyers will always be the speed of the telephone network we set out, the telephone tree, to alert each other to exciting news, and how very quickly it worked the day Justice Sandra Day O'Connor was nominated to be on the U.S. Supreme Court. It may not have been as fast as the internet today, but it was pretty fast. Judge Nelson?
We are also reminded of the wonderful MWL celebrations over the years, particularly the dinners with Justice O'Connor, Attorney General Janet Reno, and Coretta Scott King. And of course, the retirement dinner for Justice Wall, when hundreds of lawyers stood and sang campfire songs at her request. We also remember all the speakers dedicated to equal justice who spoke each fall and continue to speak each fall for the Justice Wall Memorial Speakers Forum.
And since its founding in 1972, MWL has steadfastly dedicated to advancing the success of women lawyers by promoting equity and inclusion, engaging in and celebrating diversity, and developing leaders in the profession. Over the years, MWL has expanded its programming and its reach throughout the state and worked collaboratively with other affinity bars to support the profession.
And through all of these years, young women lawyers, and I was one of them, senior women lawyers, and all women judges have looked to MWL as a place to gather, as a place for support, as a place to bounce around ideas for advancing women in the profession. And since I became a lawyer, and I was at that Janet Reno dinner as a law student, since I became a lawyer, I have looked to the organization for all of those things as well. And throughout all that time, Deb Pexa and her excellent team have been passionate and outstanding in their support of MWL and really making it run. So congratulations to 50 years MWL.
On behalf of the Minnesota Supreme Court, we want to congratulate Minnesota women lawyers on its 50th anniversary. Two of our former colleagues, Justice Rosalie Wall and Justice Esther Tomjanovich, attended the first official MWL meeting in September of 1972. At the time, there were less than 100 women lawyers in the state of Minnesota. Now the four of us sit together on the Minnesota Supreme Court, one of only 10 state Supreme Courts in the nation with a female majority. And according to a recent annual report from the Minnesota Judicial Branch, there are more than 10,000 women lawyers in the state of Minnesota. We have come such a long way in the past 50 years. MWL has played an important role by providing a voice for women lawyers and working to advance their success individually and collectively. Thank you to everyone who has come before us as guides and role models in the legal profession. And to MWL,
congratulations on 50 years.
I am so honored to be here to help you celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Minnesota Women Lawyers. And thank you so much to President Kristen Haugen and my dear friends and fellow ABA leaders, Judge Carolee Neville, an MWL founding mother, and Trudy Halla, MWL past president. And congratulations to Judge Neville for receiving the Myra Bradwell Award tonight. I am so happy for you, my dear friend. Why was there a need for a Women Lawyers Association? Well, there is something powerful and impactful about bringing a committed group of women together like all of you here tonight. You all have done incredible work during the last 50 years, so congratulations. Please give yourself a hand. This group's first project was to advocate for ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment by the Minnesota State Legislature. And you all were successful. The ERA passed Minnesota in 1973. Now, when the Minnesota Women Lawyers was started in 1972, women made up only 10% of all law students. While the number of women in law school has increased to over 50%, the number in law firms is dramatically lower. So there is obviously more work to do. For instance, your pay equity initiative is more critical than ever. Women still do not get paid equally to men. And let's face it, money is respect. Take the US women's soccer team. They finally are getting paid equally to the men's team. However, it took 25 years, strikes, work stoppages, and a siege-like lawsuit, all to win simple, fair, equal pay. And this from a women's squad that's winner of 4 World Cup titles and 4 Olympic gold medals. But unfortunately, we do not have the same platform as women lawyers to highlight the inequity for women in the legal profession. Women in the law are being marginalized for having families, not pursuing the same path as men. And these issues became even more pronounced during the pandemic. Women still do not make up the percentage of law firm partners that their numbers would suggest. We still do not have paid childcare, and women's health decisions are under attack, even as we speak in many, many states. This is not a new issue. When I was in the White House over 20 years ago, one of the areas that I worked on was equal pay for women. In fact, one of the matriarchs of the 1963 Equal Pay Act, Dr. Dorothy Height, was still alive, and she often came to events at the White House. I had the honor of getting to know her a little bit. I used to keep a photo of President Kennedy signing the Equal Pay Act into law on my desk to inspire me every single day. You can see Dr. Height in the photo. Even though she was standing behind President Kennedy, she was at the forefront of the movement for women's equality. Dr. Height would tell us all there is more work to do today. Resma Sujani, who started the organization Girls Who Code, told a generation of girls and women that the main issue facing women in tech was a skills gap. She now says, I was wrong. It is not the skills, but the everyday barriers holding women back. We have to work to erase the systemic barriers that hold women back, both in the workplace and the home. There is no more crucial time than now. Many women, including lawyers, have left the workplace during the pandemic. The ABA puts out a report called The Profile of the Legal Profession, and this report stated, the pandemic has changed the way lawyers work, perhaps permanently, but the pandemic did not affect everyone equally. This report found that women were more likely than men to be disrupted by family and home obligations, and they took on more childcare during the pandemic. So while we are here tonight to celebrate all the incredible work that you all have done and the Minnesota women lawyers, we need to roll up our sleeves and join together. And I'll be honest, I need all of you to join me in the American Bar Association. The American Bar Association allows women to have a national voice in order to advance women in the legal profession and to protect women and advance them overall. Our House of Delegates adopts policies that allow us to lobby Congress to create more equal workplaces and help mothers. Our Commission on Women in the Profession provides valuable resources and toolkits to help negotiate your compensation and to help women of color in the legal profession. So I hope you will join me, and I'm going to hold myself accountable and hold all of you accountable, because I want you to email me after this event, each one of you, and tell me you've joined the ABA. My email is marysmith828@hotmail.com. I know that I need you. I know that the ABA needs you, and we will be better served and strengthened when you join us in the ABA. So I commend you again. Congratulations to all of you for the incredible work you have done over the past 50 years. And I look forward to the work we will do together. So congratulations and thank you so much.